In a small village, a boy named Arjun lived with his family. He was exceptionally intelligent and performed well in his studies, earning praise from his teachers and elders. However, Arjun had one major flaw. He did not use his time wisely. Instead of focusing on his studies, he spent most of his days playing with friends, gaming on his phone, and indulging in meaningless conversations. Despite his parents' repeated attempts to teach him the importance of time, Arjun remained unconcerned. He always believed, "I have plenty of time, I'll do everything later. For now, let me enjoy life." One day, the results of the annual exams were announced. To everyone's surprise, Arjun's scores were far below expectations. His teachers, who once admired him, expressed disappointment, and even his friends began distancing themselves from him. When he reached home, his parents looked at his report card with evident sadness. Arjun felt ashamed and frustrated, but didn't know how to change his habits. That night, troubled by his thoughts, he went to his grandfather, a wise and respected elder in the village. Sitting beside him, Arjun poured out his worries. "Grandpa, I don't understand why I failed. I know I'm a good student, but somehow things went wrong." His grandfather listened patiently and then smiled. "My dear, the issue is not your intelligence. The issue is that you've taken time for granted. Time is a precious gift. If you use it wisely, it will lead you to success. If you waste it, it will slip away, leaving you with regret." Arjun frowned. "But Grandpa, we always have time, don't we? I can always make up for it later." His grandfather's expression turned serious. "No, my child. Time is like the water in a river. Once it flows away, it never returns. Let me share a story that will help you understand its true value. Long ago, there was a mighty king named Vikram. He had immense wealth, grand palaces, and countless servants. However, he had one flaw. He wasted his time on trivial matters. Instead of attending to his royal duties, he spent his days in leisure, delaying important tasks by saying, "I'll do it tomorrow." One day, a wise sage visited his court and said, "Your Majesty, you possess everything except wisdom over time. If you continue to waste it, you will one day regret it deeply." The king laughed. "I have plenty of time, sage. I can do whatever I want whenever I want." The sage shook his head. "Do not take time lightly. It can bring down even the greatest of kings." Years passed, and the king grew old. His health declined, his once mighty kingdom weakened, and his soldiers began losing battles. His people lost faith in him, and his advisors abandoned him. Only then did he realize how much time he had wasted. He desperately sought the sage's guidance, but the sage had long disappeared. No amount of wealth or power could turn back time. In the end, he understood. Time is the greatest treasure of all. Arjun sat silently, reflecting on the story. For the first time, he truly grasped how much precious time he had wasted. He turned to his grandfather and asked, "Is it too late for me to change?" His grandfather smiled warmly. "Not at all, my child. The wheel of time never stops. If you begin using your time wisely today, nothing can prevent you from succeeding. But remember, never postpone what can be done today." From that day forward, Arjun made a firm decision to change. He created a daily schedule, prioritized his studies, and avoided unnecessary distractions. Slowly but surely, his efforts bore fruit. His grades improved, his confidence grew, and in the next exams, he topped his class. As years passed, Arjun carried this lesson with him. He eventually became a successful businessman, inspiring others with his disciplined lifestyle. His story became a reminder to everyone in the village. Time is the key to success, and those who respect it will always thrive.